You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Hi there, Transformers fans. It's Adam HU. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what happened last episode. It was episode 20. We had boarded the Metallicus, the ship that was on its way to Oak Station. We did find out that there was no rum on the ship. We also had to cross the Great Rust Sea. Not quite so dangerous. For Transformers, you would think that would sound pretty dangerous, but nothing came of that yet. We did have an A-Team-like montage of fix-it things. We got the ship in good shape for its travels and for our purposes, and hooked Magnum into the radar, so he's like the watch bot, keeping track of everything and everyone everywhere, except for me and Blueshift, who seem to be all over the place, both in conversation and physically on the ship. Did a little party planning, and of course we found our first victim in a closet. Doom, thunder on the horizon, a lightning bolt. And that was pretty much it. We're about to get ready on this episode. If you guys want to contact us at all, we of course can be reached by email at rust@transmissionspodcast.com. We can also be reached on the Transmissions Podcast Discord server on the Empire of Rust channel. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere else you can find podcasts. That's where we'll be. Spread the word, tell your friends, family, tell your friends' unborn children. Somehow let them all listen. Thank you all for listening, and please enjoy the next episode, which is Murder on the Metallicus Express.
We're recording Matt's death as well.
That's the most realistic death I've ever heard.
He really died!
It's terrible!
Speaking of Matt dying, dead bodies fell on Pythagoras.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Oh, Pythagoras.
Oh.
Always finding the crazy shit.
He's doing his best chunk impersonation from the Goonies.
It's always Pythagoras.
It's a stiff!
He's just too curious.
Between getting strapped to Sweet Spot's hood, what other
Good
crazy
times.
shit has happened to Pythagoras this adventure?
Yeah.
Nearly got taken in as a bounty.
Oh, yeah.
So much for being all business, huh, Adam?
All right, Pythagoras. Well, the body has hit the floor.
Ow, hit me too. Well, get it off me.
Make a reflex save.
Huh, the necromancer found a body. That's not suspicious at all.
Who knew?
I needed a new employee. 16.
Hey guys, I found a dead body. Are you sure it was dead when you got there?
I poked it with a stick a few times.
16. That is enough to scramble out of the way as it's falling on you. So the body impacts the floor in front of you, and you manage to scramble back.
What's the room that he's in?
Looks like a former cold storage room.
A freezer?
Essentially, yeah.
Somebody put a transformer in a freezer.
Well, what are you going to do? Put it in a hot storage room?
You don't want to.
They don't rot.
But yeah, you think that this room was used for cold storage for anything that was being shipped on the transport.
Okay, so I'll peek in there just to make sure there's nothing else, nothing dangerous in there, and then I'll flip over the guy who fell on me, and take a look, see who he is and how long he's been there, if I can tell.
Make a culture check.
23.
Ooh, yeah, you got this. So he looks like an old miner, like an old mining class bot. Now, you know from the research that you've done and just kind of all the stuff you've gotten into over your life, that Cybertron was ruled by a philosophy called functionalism before the war. Pretty much whatever your alt mode is, that is what your job is. So if you were like a big, strong kind of like mining bot, then you were a miner. If you were this very weak, weak structural bot and you had like a higher brain capacity, you were a scientist. No matter what you wanted to do, you knew that this is what happens. So likely this was and this body is certainly from pre-war era Cybertron.
So he's been here a long, long, long time.
A very long time.
The society hasn't evolved that much. I mean, Busatron, Railspike.
No,
We're very static. Like it's not realistic.
It's functionalism without being called that, sort of, to a degree.
You guys all know that you've seen bots that defy their body type and will do other things. So you'll find, there you go.
Bulletron insists on running a china shop. He is not giving up the dream.
That's Beta Taurus. that's her day job.
Delta Taurus.
But so like I said, you know that it's not the law. It is still a bit of a social norm, but anyone can do or be anything at this point.
Of course they can.
I mean, look at Sweet Spot,
Yeah, I'm wait a minute. I'm a politician.
I want to be a building.
You're a race car who wants to be a politician.
I'm a race car who is a politician. This is just how it's done on Velocitron.
Or Magnum, he's a building who wants to be whatever you are.
Different size building?
And I'm not even going to mention Rex.
I'm a Stegosaurus.
Who wants to be?
He wants to be a Stegosaurus.
What I want to be.
Who wouldn't want to be a Stegosaurus?
How about you, Zephyr? What do you want to be when you evolve, grow up, transform?
Away from you crazy bots.
And you can make that dream happen. That dream can come true.
He is definitely the rational one here. So do I need a medical check to check whether this guy is, or can I tell what killed him?
What killed him?
Yes.
It's whatever is coming out of the freezer right now.
That's why I looked in the freezer.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
It's like the fifth one I rolled tonight.
Oh, man.
12.
You can't really tell.
Definitely dead.
Definitely dead. Been dead for a very long time. You can tell there's no obvious wounds on him.
He was leaning up against the door. Are there any markings on the inside of the door?
Yes, there are some scratch marks, likely from him.
So
they're not scratch marks like claws or talons. They're scratch marks just like metal rubbing against metal.
So he got locked in here.
The walls say, "Ah!"
So if a Transformer's without recharge for long enough, will he die?
Oh yeah.
Probably a good chance we might have killed him, this dude, if they just locked him in here and left him in here.
Oh wait, is he possibly just in stasis from non-power?
I mean, I could tell if he's really dead or if he's just comatose.
He's really dead. If that is the cause, then he's ran out of energon. Then yeah, it's been too long without energon, and just age has he's just died over time. For the most part, if you run out of energon, if someone gets energon to you, you'll be able to revive. But over long periods of time, there's just too much internal.
I mean, he's probably been
degradation.
here for like 500,000 years, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how long do we have? How long do we have in normal temperatures, and how long do we have in cold storage? Just want to set the boundaries.
Well, if the Transformers movie has any indication, Transformers are vulnerable to cold, aren't they?
Okay. So how long until we go dormant from non-energy, non-charging, until we are permanent?
You would think probably 1,000, 2,000 years.
Okay. All right.
Actually, no, it'd be longer than that because, it'd probably be closer to 30 to 40 or so.
30 or 40,000?
1,000 seconds.
Seconds.
Years.
Starving to death, no. Not gonna happen.
You don't think that if you spent time in the freezer, then you'd die. Of course, you don't know any of this because Magnum hasn't told you, or Pythagoras hasn't told you that.
I know. I'm just, speculating in character.
As he often does.
Just for no reason. I wonder how long I could survive cold. I don't know why I'm thinking this. I am going to radio everyone and I'm going to radio my people to tell them that I found a very, very old dead guy down in cargo.
Is there any stuff?
I don't know. I haven't searched him yet.
Cards.
Was he in a freezer?
Classic.
Babe Ruthatron.
Yeah.
Was he in freezers?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, how do you know?
Wait a minute.
Is there teeth marks on this guy's tires? Or?
Does he have tires? I don't care how old they are.
They're vintage tires. They've been aged.
They're well aged.
Like a fine wine.
I will search the dude, I guess. But maybe he has ID. Perception?
If found, please return to
21 perception.
You find some tires.
Okay.
They're hard at this point.
I found fossilized tires.
Bring them to me.
No, you have to come down and get them. I'm not carrying them.
No, you can bring them to me.
And on his person, you find a datapad.
Datapad. Ancient datapad.
Which, surprisingly, still has a charge.
Nope, no charge.
If only he had known and plugged into it, he'd still be alive.
No, that's why it's still going, because he used his last bit of energy to keep his phone going, It's like...
Actually, as you're looking at the datapad, it looks like it was connected to him. It looks like he did the reverse. He tried to drain a little bit of power out of it.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow, let's see. It'd be interesting to see what's on this
So
sucker.
you're saying he was some sort of engineer?
All right. That's rattling. Well, I'll tell everyone the dead body down here.
Are there more than one?
I've only found one so far, but given the size of this place, I wouldn't be surprised if they're all over the place.
Is that really realistic? Like they've never gone through?
Apparently not.
Like, seriously, why would
There's
you
a friggin'
not
body
have
here.
gone through
I mean,
everything?
I think I'm really starting to doubt the thoroughness of anyone who's
We live millions of years old. Like you could have spent 1,000 years and gone through this shit before you retrofit it for this. Right?
We could probably go through this ship in a day, just ourselves.
Okay, but
All right, well,
point. Yeah, that's my point.
Magnum is going to ask Zephyr to bring him the energon sensor.
Make a recommendation to the captain later to hire a maid. Well worth the effort.
Well, this teaches us that there's a lot of places on here that they may know nothing about. I'm going to keep looking.
Keep looking alone in the dark.
How'd you find him?
I was just checking out the unused space to see what kind of stuff was in this place. If there's only 14 crew members, there could be people hiding. There could be equipment.
So you were specifically going to places on the ship that were
Disused.
in use, not in use.
Not in use.
Okay.
And
Do you have that data? Maybe we
yeah.
could help you out.
Yeah, I will send everyone the schematics of the ship. I'll also tell them that let them know that Zephyr found an energon sensor, so he's actually going to bring, if he's okay with bringing it to Magnum. I already installed it, but Magnum can do an energon scan of the whole ship.
That would be fantastic. What will that accomplish?
If there's anyone hiding in these spots, we'll pick them up.
Ooh, do you want to wait until that's done? So that we don't have to physically go looking? Except to check out the
it's probably going to be
anomalies?
done before you could even get there anyway, but whatever you guys think is appropriate. Pythagoras is going to continue to look around in the area he's in because he's there, but...
How are you getting Magnum to where you need him to be?
I think he's bringing the sensor to me.
Yeah, Magnum was on the bridge. We discussed this last time, that the bridge was located in the center of the ship.
So if Zephyr takes the sensor back off, brings it to the bridge, and plugs it in, he can use his sensor bay to scan pretty much the whole ship. Not using the ship sensors, using his own.
Okay, I thought you were going to bring the internet sensor down to Pythagoras in the hold.
No.
How is that going to work?
It's not.
Yeah, I see that now.
It's like, thanks for the thought.
We're running the show here, Mike. Try to keep it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Still German.
So German.
So German. We apologize to any German listeners out there.
Okay, so Zephyr is bringing the sensor up to Magnum, and what, just shoving it in his closet or something?
Yeah. Open up.
Was that a closet?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Yep. Just try to attach it to a tech slot
Okay,
and fire that baby up.
cool.
So he will scan the entire. He should 120 foot radius. Since it's in the middle of the ship, he should be able to scan the entire ship.
So you take an energon scan, and you do see all the locations of all of the bots currently on the ship. Now, you do see that the resolution of the scan is not as good as you really want it to be. It is an incredibly old scanner, but you're at the very least getting like locations. I mean, pretty much it's almost acting like a sonar at this point. You don't think it's really getting like as good as you want it to be.
That's all right. Better than nothing.
Yeah, it's getting you something at least. And you can mark the locations of 19 bots.
19.
I'm sorry, 20,
Indeed.
including yourself.
14 before,
Does he count as 4?
I'm counting him as one. Is your herd out or is it?
Yeah, I usually keep them out.
But they're all together.
They're all together.
All right. So 19. You said
20, including you.
20, including you. So there's 14 of them, and there's 5 of us, which is 19. We have an extra signature here, unless I'm very much mistaken.
You're mistaken because Magnum and Pythagoras are separate right now.
Oh, there's.
For once, he's
I
not
was
trying
just
to
going to
trick
say
us.
that.
Right?
That's why I said 20, including you.
Just can't count.
You can count. You just can't count on yourself.
Oh,
Bam!
oh! Sweets is burning Magnum or burning Pythagoras today.
Where's your fire extinguisher now?
Oh, it's moved beyond that, man. Moved way beyond that.
That one's for you, Rob.
No extra signatures that I can find. Any significant energon activity in the disused areas, like active equipment or anything like that?
Nope.
Just dead as a doornail there. At least it could be electrical activity, but I wouldn't pick that up.
Not with the energon sensor. But nope, you see no energon activity aside from the 20 signatures you've already picked up.
All right,
Well,
nothing.
good.
Yeah, nothing. No, I'm not picking up any extra signatures unless they could be masked, but at least it helps. They'll still send this schematic around, and that's what they'll continue to do. Anything interesting on the crew members' communication?
Most of the topic of discussion is you guys. You get the sense that some people or some of the bots on the crew are like, all right, this is good having some extra security on there. We don't want to deal with a bomb over at Oaks. Some of them are like, we can deal with our own shit. We don't need these outsiders dealing. But nothing really kind of screams out at you and says like, hey, this is a threat or a problem.
So who is Blueshift reporting to after he's interrogated 2 of us?
Blueshift didn't interrogate you guys. Interrogated him.
Yeah, he got a lot of information out of us by being all friendly and hyper and stuff. So, is he a spy? Is he reporting on us?
Blueshift would report to Rail as the chief engineer.
Uh-huh.
Nothing particularly interesting, though.
No, nothing in particular. Like I said, just like the big topic of conversation is you guys.
And no rum.
No rum.
So let me guess, Magnum. You want us to split up and look for clues in the dead zones now?
I didn't think of that, but that's a good idea.
Although there's no energon signatures, we might find more clues and dead
Hey, it was
bodies
your
and
idea, man.
things like that,
Yeah. Go ahead. By all means.
I could. I should.
You have.
You did.
And I'm done.
I would say it's probably not important enough to kick everyone off what they're doing already,
Yeah, and until this combat, there's really no reason for me to be up in the gunnery chair
so,
now.
You have people who have time to kill. I think exploring those areas would be good.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like you guys have kind of like done what you needed to do for the second block of 8 hours. So if there was like anything you were doing for like skill training or anything like that, so this is the end of the second block. We'll now move on to the third block, where we'll start with the news that Pythagoras has given to everyone, and then starting off with any searching you guys want to do. So let's take block number 3 from the top.
That's the third block in one day. I mean, we're going to have to rest at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so...
You're correct.
So if we work right through the night, we're going to get fatigued. Somebody might want to recharge.
I can actually take this shift, be active, and just be looking. Others can recharge, pick up the search later.
Yeah, whatever you guys think. And just remember, this is we've done 16 hours. There's 8 hours of the day. So if we work another 8 hours, that's basically working 24 hours straight.
Do you have like the ability to use Energon to like re-energize us, like to remove the fatigued condition?
Not really. No. I mean, he can give you bonuses or heal you, but not without mixing up something a little more potent.
Well, I will stay awake as Carapace because that's what he would do.
And I will
We
stay
have a whole nother day here, so
awake and active for one more shift, and then I probably will take a respite.
If you guys are, you might want to deal with like getting like if you want someone to like rest or something and recharge kind of while like on this shift, and then
stagger.
Yeah, stagger up and then second shift.
Because we don't start taking the negatives until after this 8-hour shift, right?
Transformers need to rest and recover like organic beings. If a bot goes longer than 30 hours without a recharge cycle of at least 6 hours, non-essential systems start shutting down in the following order. 30 hours internal battery that powers linked weapons and tech. 40 hours Transformers can no longer run, change modes, or fly. And 50 hours stasis locks set in and the bot is considered unconscious and helpless.
And that's when you get put in the freezer.
All right. So we got at least the 24 hours. And then even then, you got another 6 before things start happening. Okay.
All right, so let's start off then. The third block.
It's perception, right?
And starting the sweet spot. So what are you doing?
Searching the dead zones for any more clues or bodies, as it may be.
Okay.
All right. For perception, I rolled a 20. Plus 10, that's 30.
So you go through as many of these like compartments as you can. Yeah, you don't really find anything else that's really notable.
Okay. About how far did I get in that 8-hour shift? Did I cover all the zones? I am doing this quickly, so go ahead and up that percentage a little.
We'll say that you got through 16 out of 20.
16 out of 20.
Yeah, 20 west.
Yeah.
Like rooms.
Slow poke.
And I thought you were sleeping.
I will be when it's my turn. I'll taunt you till then. I sleep taunt.
This isn't the race anymore. You don't need to encourage me. Or was that you? You were the encourager.
No, I was.
Oh yeah, you were yelling.
I don't remember anybody encouraging you ever.
Rex sleeps faster than you.
He certainly digests tires faster than I
Magnum
do.
told you I'll go out there and kill them.
Don't come back until you bring me a bumper.
Pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, you get in those 8 hours, you get through about 3/4 of all the potential rooms. So yeah, but nothing really is unusual there. You find like little bits of like debris and stuff like that. It just wasn't cleaned up. Remnants of ore in an empty energon container, kind of left off in one of the corners.
Does it seem to be modified in any way, or just old and discarded?
Old and discarded.
All right.
Are we talking about like the invisible cube?
It's a container that actually would have it in there, but yeah.
Oh, that means that Soundwave is nearby. Yeah, I'll notify Magnum of the areas that I have checked and report what I've found. So maybe if there's some sort of pattern to the usage of the rooms in the past, you can note that on whatever map you're keeping track of.
He'll plot everything.
Yeah.
On maps that all the information he gets.
You're a scientist. You like that kind of shit.
Carapace.
Carapace is doing the job, staying on the top. Keep an eye on things.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 19 plus 5 is 24.
24.
Can Magnum aid him because he's got the sensors going?
If you want.
Remember, 2 mile range. That's decent.
5 mile range, right?
5 miles.
That's what I said, 5 miles.
27.
27. All right. You notice there's a lot of movement in the metallic trees underneath you, and as you continue to examine it and you get some help from Magnum, you can see that there are a large number of mechanical animals. Things like 4-legged animals, 2-legged ones kind of swinging back and forth in the trees. You see like mechanical birds kind of flying around as well. So you see a lot of kind of wildlife.
Mechavians. This is actually my normal. Organic world stuff is where I'm comfortable. So I'm like, oh yeah, quadrupeds, primitive primates, Mechavians.
Well, they're made out of metal here instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
But based on your kind of knowledge from that, you can determine that the movement that's going on is likely just normal, like predator-prey a situation happening.
It's not like Tasmanian devil scattering.
Right.
A Transformer version of the Tasmanian devil would be terrifying.
Their alternate form is just a vortex of blades. Just like...
Oh.
Yeah. Terrifying.
All right, Rex.
Ooh, sweaty spot.
Take a nap and recharging. Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Just me in your sleep. That's awful. Brilliant, and I hate you.
All right. Zephyr, what you doing?
Zephyr is going to continue to install some sensors. I have a heat sensor going in the engineering room.
Okay.
And I have 2 motion sensors. I was going to look at the exits of engineering. I don't know how many there are.
It is like it's one exit, but it's like a large blast door.
There's very little about this ship that seems safe.
So I put one sensor outside that to catch movement coming in and out of engineering.
Okay.
And then one beyond that in the direction of the bridge, I'd say, or the direction of the anti-grav room, rather.
As you are kind of moving around and doing your installations, especially around the engine bay, you do run into Rail, kind of doing his thing and checking systems. He can see that you're an engineer. You, Bot, what's your name?
I'm Zephyr. You're Rail, right?
I'm Rail, yes. Seem to know you well around an engine room.
Oh, I try.
Where are you from?
I'm from Velocitron. How about yourself?
From Cybertron.
Ah, I see.
Give me a sense motive.
Filthy colonist.
8.
8, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
Shaking
He
his
has
head.
no idea.
Nope.
He just he trusts you completely, or you think he trusts you completely. You're from Velocitron, huh?
That's right.
Tell me, how did you learn to handle a transport?
Oh, not necessarily transport. I'm just good with fixing things. Always have been. I work on the Velocitronians during the races.
What brought you to Cybertron?
I've been following the races, and a lot of the leadership been moving over this way. I came to, help out, do what I can.
It's hard to be grumpy and distrustful when nobody notices. Just grinning at him.
Yeah. I must say, this ship is quite a thing. It's amazing that you have it running in such good condition.
Don't patronize me. This is a piece of shit ship.
Oh, no. I'm saying you're doing a damn good job here. I'd imagine this thing to fall out of the sky.
I have put a lot of work in to keep this thing flying.
Man, it can't be easy. You must be a damn good mechanic.
You being truthful?
Yeah.
This is Zephyr. This is how he is.
Right.
He's overly friendly to everybody.
That's true. That's true. You're not just patronizing me, are you?
No, why would I do that?
For the love of God, man, sense motive.
I find myself, I think of myself, as a pretty decent mechanic myself, but I mean, I could learn a lot from you. I don't know if you'd mind, I have another day here before we arrive at the station. I don't know if you'd mind me, watching what you do, maybe learning a few tricks.
Don't get in my way.
I won't.
That was an ominous one.
Right?
You do get the sense that he's saying like, don't get in my way, as like, you know, like, you can watch, but just stay from underfoot.
Okay. I appreciate that.
But yeah, he seems gruff, not quite likable, but doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Right.
Imagine how these guys get together. They're all gruff and like, there's a whole room for them. Because that's only, I guess, the only people the captain will hire.
Right.
You know?
What are you talking about? Rail's the only one that's been gruff. Blueshift has been excited to hear you, and Taurus has been very pleasant.
I found Taurus to be neutral, somewhat bland.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, compared to the gruffness of the captain and the overexcitement of Blueshift, yeah, she was kind of neutral.
So less bland and more not a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of that.
She's the norm. Norm!
All right, so yeah, you continue to install sensors. Keep track of which ones you're doing, and let Magnum know which ones are available to him. Speaking of Magnum,
he's going to continue to monitor, I guess, and Pythagoras is actually going to take this as a sleep shift.
Okay.
So
To recharge?
To recharge, yep.
You're going to snuggle up with that dead corpse?
No, he's going to go back to the bridge.
Most of the crew is using this time to recharge as well. So while you're keeping an eye on things, you find that 12 of the 14, with the exception of Rail and just like one of his grunts, is have gone to quarters, gone to habitation suites to recharge.
We probably should notify the captain of the corpse that's been found on his ship. He might want to know about that.
Yeah, probably. I'm just glad it wasn't like a replaced crew member or something like that.
It's been there for 10,000 years. What's another day?
We could take bets to see how long it takes them to notice.
We should prop them up in different areas. See how many people walk by and like, what the hell?
Then they run off and tell someone, and then we move it. It was an old miner. It's like
Set them in the bridge
Cover
right
him
before we get
cover him
there.
with powder.
the ship is haunted, man.
There is a precedent for ghosts in the Transforming
I wouldn't
universe.
be surprised at all.
Yep, there is.
Starscream.
Yep.
You silly bitch.
So that's what they're going to do this cycle.
So Magnum is going to tell the captain?
Oh, no, he's not going to tell him. He doesn't care.
Okay.
He's not telling anyone.
Okay.
He leaves the more responsible people to tell him.
Okay. Well,
maybe-
everyone's already said what they're doing for this block, so no one's doing it, so because it's not getting done.
It's not getting done. He figures someone else is. It might tell him sometime when he's talking to him.
We'll save that for a breakfast conversation. Yeah. Could you pass the orange flavored Energon? Oh, thank you. Oh, by the way, we found a dead body in one of the containers on the ship.
Anyway, we might find more, so we might as well just wait and tell them all about it all at once.
That's it, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, why bother him repeatedly when you can just bother him once?
But he'll continue to scan and monitor power consumption, that sort of thing. Watch for irregularities, watch for someone's coming, that sort of thing. So he'll just pay attention the entire time and keep track of all the crew positions.
For the your entire shift, they stay in their rooms recharging.
You mean their locations on the ship or their sleeping positions? How detailed are you?
Just sort of just sort of smudge blob right there.
You think that because of the resolution of the scanner, even if they like got up and just kind of moved to the other side of the room, it wouldn't really register that well. It would just show that they're still in the room. Uh-huh. But once they like get up and like move like a good 10 feet away from their door, then you think, oh yeah, now it's picking up the motion.
I mean, you should be able to figure out over time who's who. Like you guys, I know if you guys tell me his position, he'll know that where you guys are.
The fast-moving blip is me. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, that's sweet spot for sure.
Yeah,
it's giving me motion sickness.
Sweet spot signal is like constantly delayed.
It's glitching me out, sweet spot.
Ooh, I bet I can appear in two places at once.
That's gonna have cause all sorts of fun stuff to happen.
I'm registering 21 bodies suddenly.
Woo! I'm beat.
Yeah, you're about to be.
All right, so it is first shift on the next day, and everyone has gotten up. And Magnum, you do see that the two that had stayed up to kind of keep an eye on things have gone to habitation suites to presumably recharge for their upcoming shifts. So let's reverse order again this time and start with Magnum for block 4.
He's easy anyway because he's got to do a rest cycle now.
So Magnum's resting this time?
Just rest right where he is. And Pythagoras will use the sensors equipment in his structure to do the monitoring while he's asleep.
Okay.
So he won't be paying attention, but he's still a piece of equipment. So he'll use all the devices to basically do the same thing while he's resting.
Okay. So Magnum is on the bridge and he is occupied with scanning.
Yeah. Well, he's sleeping. Pythagoras is scanning.
Pythagoras is scanning. I'm sorry.
Scanning using his sensor array.
Taurus will. Are you inside him? Like you can't be seen at all, can you?
Yeah, he's inside. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Taurus will not approach you because she can't see you.
Well, unless he sees him go in. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Just ring the doorbell.
That's not the doorbell.
But don't stop.
All right, Zephyr.
All right, I got most of the sensors up. I'm going to recharge now. If you need me, I'll be in Hab 4A.
Rex, you are awake and refreshed.
I think all my engineers went to sleep. Are there any other engineers besides Zephyr and Rail?
Yeah, there'll be some some people kind of keeping an eye on things.
I just be a shadow to them.
You shout to them? Okay.
Don't look now, but
Keep
there's a
doing my
Stegosaurus
thing.
following you around.
I'm not even going to tell them. I'm just going to watch them. What about that? Ah!
Actually, Blueshift is around.
Oh boy, Spaz boy. Is he? He's not an engineer, is he though?
Does he even sleep?
He did sleep, so for about 2 hours.
So he's got more energy then, right?
Yeah.
You get to see him fully recharged.
So you, kind of in the corner of your eye, you see just this kind of like blurry motion, kind of like shadowing you, kind of like following you.
I'm the one who does the following around here.
It looks like they wanted to approach you, but like every time you turn your head, they just kind of dash back out of the doorway.
I'll send my 3 guys after him. Who is that? What are they doing?
Yeah. Blazer, Grazer, and Laser will surround and pin Blueshift in one spot.
Gonna scare the lubricant out of the
You gonna go up to him?
Yeah.
What I do? I didn't mean to do anything. I didn't mean to touch your friends. I didn't mean to. What's going on? What's happening?
Blur over in the corner. What's going on? Are you following me?
I decided I wanted to talk to you, but I was too scared to talk to you. I didn't know what to do.
Okay. Well, you could have just talked to me.
But
You're that blue guy?
Yeah. I'm Blueshift. I'm Blueshift Prion. And he holds out his hand, tries to shake you, but you're probably too far away to.
I'm a big dinosaur. Like, I don't know if we could reach him.
He like shakes your hand, like his hand's moving up and down like really fast, but like yours really isn't moving at all.
I'm Rex. Nice to meet you. This is Blazer, Laser, and Grazer.
The
herd.
How are your herd over here like reacting to Blueshift?
Whatever.
He's like, whatever. I'm like nuzzling his head or something? Or like...
No. Yeah, Mike. Just keep the space, whatever. I mean,
No tires to chew on. They have no interest.
I mean, you know what's funny though? You're actually used to people following you around and liking you a lot. That's what your companions are.
Yeah.
You know. You're like, okay, none of these assholes.
I know they're following me around.
now they're taking a shining to him, so now they're his herd.
Can I ask you a question? Sure. Just one. Can I pet your companions?
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they intelligent?
Yeah, to a degree.
Oh, and he like looks at each of them. I'm so sorry. He tries to shake their hands. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
It's like Drax and Guardians 2. He's like, can I pet your little thing? And he's like, yeah, you can. And it's just like, and I almost bit him.
That was hilarious.
I've never met a Yukarian before. Never at all. What's your world like? I've never been there before. I want to visit your world.
A lot of forest. I lived in the forest and lived on plants and
You live on plants? Oh my god, that is so exciting!
had a cave.
A cave?
Why did I ever give it up?
I'm a dinosaur, man. I don't know.
It was a nice 2-story cave. Indoor
buddy.
puddles.
Floor to ceiling peat moss.
Then I met my buddy Carapace and we hung out and now here we are.
Hung out and grunted at each other and didn't say thank you to each other quite often.
Is it true that Yukarians can actually eat by like organic plants?
Oh yeah, they're delicious.
Oh my god, this is so exciting! I've never met anyone who could do this before.
My friend Sweet Spot?
Yes. I've met Sweet Spot.
Don't.
Good old Sweaty. Sweat Spot? You know that was his real name?
I did not know
Changed
that.
it. I don't know why. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Sure,
Everyone gets sweaty palms once in a while.
Can I call him that? Will he
Yeah,
be offended?
Why wouldn't you?
You son of a bitch.
So can I visit can I visit Yukaris at some point?
Yeah, sure. You just gotta fly to it and land and go out and be there. I mean, anybody can go to Yukaris.
You're so literal.
You would know that there is a space bridge that goes there.
A space bridge?
Yep.
Like a physical bridge?
We call it a spridge.
It's like a portal.
Okay,
It's like a portal, like Stargate.
You go through the portal, and you land, and you go there. Sure, why not?
Is there any place that I should go? I have no idea where to go if I went to Yukars.
Well, the jungles are nice.
Oh, okay.
Wander around in the jungle for a couple of weeks. Get in touch with nature.
Oh,
Whatever. Oh, yeah, okay.
that sounds wonderful. That sounds really, really, really good.
You should take old Sweaty there.
You think you want to go with me?
He's an ambassador. Why wouldn't he?
Oh, because it sounds like Jumanji 14.
As soon as he finishes kind of up with his conversation with you, he's just kind of staring at you like he's expecting you to say more. He's looking around kind of awkwardly like a kid who's just not doesn't understand when to stop a conversation. And of course you don't respond to him or anything, so you're just staring at each other for minutes. So I guess I should go.
Yeah, I guess we should. I guess we should go keep doing our jobs here.
Oh, okay, it was really, really great to meet you.
It's great having a conversation with you.
He tries to shake your hand again. He's moving up and down really fast. Yours is not moving at all.
I'll see you around.
Yes. I'll definitely see you around. My new favorite character.
We could use more crew.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
New companion.
All right, Carapace.
I mean, we're in stage. This is the third block.
Fourth
block. Then I am actually rested.
Okay. Recharging. And Sweet Spot.
Oh, yeah. I'm about, I feel like I'm about 17th place in a 15 bot race. And I got to recharge. Sweet Spot, sign out for 8.
All right, good. So that brings us to the 5th block.
I lock my door.
I unlock his door.
I trap my door.
I'm already inside.
All right, so we are starting off this block with Magnum and Pythagoras again. Make a perception check, Magnum.
17.
17. Good enough. You see something fast moving on your radar just at the edge of your range. So the 5-mile mark.
Alright, well, I will focus sensors out there
Okay.
and send a message to all of my pals that, anyone who's awake right now.
I think all of you are awake now because all of you rested at the with a
The last cycle.
yeah, all of you
I will
recharged.
send a message to everyone.
Is it in front of us or behind us?
It is approaching from the front.
Okay, that's where I am.
I get a better idea what it is, how fast it's moving.
It is moving very fast. It is moving like fighter jet fast.
Wild strike.
No!
We're not a building!
He doesn't care!
Is the turret, does it have like a kind of a magnification or...
It does. However, it's actually beyond your range for that. It is, right now, it's just on the edge of the ship's sensors.
Right.
Which is what? 2 miles?
5 miles.
5 miles.
5 miles.
So he'll call
That's
he'll
what we
call
said.
general quarters then.
Okay.
And
But what is the effective range of the gun?
So it is, your range increment is 500 feet. And the way range increments work is that anything within the first range increment of a weapon is done at a standard, your standard hit, standard damage. But for every range increment beyond, every full range increment, it is a -2 to hit.
Still standard damage.
Still standard damage if it hits. And then I think
Just wanted to clear that.
once it would hit the -10 range, I think it is out of range for your gun completely.
For throwing weapons, it's 5 times the range increment, and for other weapons, it's 10 times the range increment. So with 10 times 500, I can shoot out to about a mile. But if 60.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Okay. So Magnum, you are continuing to monitor it, and
call general quarters.
okay.
Let everyone know.
All right. You get the everyone gets the warning on your comms. Where are you heading? Let me know.
And the crew, though, too.
And the
Not
crew?
just these guys.
Okay. So where are you guys going to all be?
I'm heading to the rear gunnery station. In fact, I'm already there.
Sweet Spot's heading to the rear gun. Carapace, you're at the front gun. Rex?
I guess engine room, middle of the ship kind of area, whatever.
Okay. Just so you know, there is a deck along the top of the ship that you can stand on if you want.
So we can get clipped off one at a time.
Yeah, sure.
No thanks.
We'll go with that. Zephyr,
Zephyr will be in the engineering room.
engineering, and
It's on
Magnum.
the bridge. He's going to provide fire control. He can help targeting. So since he can aid at range, can he aid their attacks?
Yes. All right, so you are watching the contact as it gets closer. Once it gets into the 4 mile range, it kind of resolves a little bit more, so you can tell that there's actually 3 separate targets, or 3 separate contacts, 1 larger one and 2 smaller ones flanking it. Once it gets to like the 2-3 mile mark or so, you can clearly tell that the center one is definitely a ship, like a small transport ship, and the 2 to the sides are smaller, like fighter-sized ships, like Wild Strike-sized ships.
Is anyone trying to make contact? Are they talking to us? Are we not listening?
We need to send a message to them. Presumably the captain's job.
Silverload will order a comm channel to be open, and Beta Taurus will go ahead and try to hail them.
This is the transport ship Metallicus to incoming vessel. Identify yourself.
After a few seconds, there's no response, and she'll repeat the message.
This is the transport ship Metallicus. Identify yourself immediately.
Still no answer. The ships are passing into the 1 mile marker.
Warning shots.
I want to warn them.
Are
You
you,
might want to give them a fire warning.
are you planning on shooting?
I'm getting ready.
Getting ready? Okay. Are you going to shoot?
Oh, well, I'm waiting for them to say something. So, if you guys don't tell me,
I mean, we should...
before they get to within a mile, that you should have been like, we will fire upon you if you do not deviate.
Yeah, I mean, we
Right,
should
they
tell
do
them
deserve a warning.
I have no problem with firing on them if we warn them ahead of time.
So I am
Identify
a
or fire.
trigger.
So with no response, Silverload will get up and walk over to the comms. This is Captain Silverload of the transport ship Metallicus. Identify yourself and state your intent, or you will be fired upon. So a voice comes over the comms. This is Eagle Eye, a representative of Cybertron First. We are boarding your ship. And the captain says, like hell you are. Open fire!
Yeah!
Arr.
Arr!
Arm the main shaft and flip up the rank doodle.
Yeah, awesome. Just gotta wait till they get behind the ship.
So I hit a 17.
Okay, we shoot for a 17, and your shot goes wide. Barely, though. And you can kind of see like the sizzling energy. I kind of just singe the edge of one of the wings.
Too small, Commander. We'll have to destroy them ship to ship.
Do we have fighters?
You have what? No, you don't. Wild Strike.
Call Wild Strike. Quick, come in.
The main ship, like the center ship, flies in, hits it, kind of like flips around and hits its thrusters and slows down over the top of the ship, transforming, dropping 2 bots on top of the deck, and then the ship itself transforms and lands on it. And the 2 flanking fighters both kind of fly upwards and then pair off towards the front and back. Looks like they are flying off to make another attack run. And the big bot that lands on the big jet that lands in the center of the ship screams out, "The ship is now Cybertron First property." And we'll see you next week.
Oh,
This guy's gonna die.
you didn't lick it. It's not yours.
This is Blaster, blasting out to the airwaves, bringing you the latest and greatest hits and news updates. I have big news for you today, so keep those audio receptors turned up to the max. Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Carapace is played by Patrick Finn. Wild Strike, the Decepticon, is played by Mike M. Pythagoras and Magnum are played by Matthew G. Sweet Spot is played by Adam I. Chu. And last but no way least, Rex and his Dino Buds, Laser, Grazer, and Laser are played by Rob Muller. Keep the hits coming by supporting the show at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And tune in to the Transmissions Network for all your Transformers news and reviews. This is Blaster, the voice of Cybertron's airwaves, blasting out.